so what I want to show now are some videos from my holidays. I use my GoPro quite a lot, and I did put some videos and photos into my folders. And there is something that you see here that I want to show, but I will quickly also click through the other stuff beforehand. That was in May, and it was snowing in like 2000 meters. There is always like a 2-second video when you do a photo. I did delete some of these 2-second videos, but such a video I wanted to keep. And then of course this beautiful cow right here.
It's actually really cool.
Also horses. Then again 2-second videos here from this cow. Here's some rainbow. First here where you see it very clearly and how bright it is underneath and then dark above. Now you see also the second rainbow over it where the colors are inverted. Actually, when you look closely, and there I'm not sure why that is the case, under the purple here it becomes again red. Or yeah, there's basically another one right after. So you see it here also a little bit. I don't remember why that is the case. I know a bit about rainbows because I had to do some presentation when I was studying, but I don't remember that. Yeah, and here you would think it's because of the cloud that the rainbow is basically behind that cloud, but that's of course not the case. There is just something behind that photo where the sun goes against, also the sun is there behind a cloud, but not this one, which basically puts shadow here. But it looks like as if the rainbow goes through this and you can't see it there. So, and now this. So there is a mountain where you can drive with these kind of carts down. You have on both sides, left and right, you have these brakes for the left and for the right tire, but you should always use them both, kinda. And that's it. You don't have acceleration. The downhill, the gravitation is your acceleration. You can only brake and then you can steer like with a bicycle. This is the track. Like this, the second turn. There's the first turn. This is the entry into the first turn. So, and I wanted to film this with a GoPro while I'm driving down. That was the idea. So how did I do that? Like usually you want to hold your GoPro then, but I needed both hands. So that was not really possible like that. We didn't have much where you could basically put a GoPro on, but in the end found the idea with taking my backpack onto my front, like it was then onto my stomach kinda. And on the side of the backpack, we then try to put the GoPro on and then make it fast with the yeah, I don't know the English words for that, but we try to kind of fix it in a way that it doesn't move and that it can't fall down. So, and then I also planned to not start in front. Like usually a big group was always released together, so there was someone explaining a bit the rules and how it works, and then a whole group was basically going down. And but that was not always the case. There were also some carts that were just in between groups, just driving down. But there were also these big groups, and I wanted to be a bit behind so that I have some action. Yeah, it would be a bit boring if I just drive from the start in front. Here I also tried to make photos between I was doing videos, I tried to make photos while I was
Did
driving.
you just get a phone out or what?
No, this is my GoPro.
Ah, and how do you do a picture then in between? Or do you just click a button?
Yeah, I clicked a button.
Ah, okay.
So this is basically the cockpit view, so it got better than I thought. And now we come to some of the videos. This is before it started. You can already see a little bit the speed, but everyone tries that of course differently.
I feel like they can go a bit faster, but a bit risky maybe as well.
Yeah, that's the
Actually,
first
how
turn.
bad are those cliffs if you fall down?
You don't want to fall down.
Yeah.
Also this is the first turn there, of course, so everyone going there needs to first of all get a feeling. So some people, especially with the kids, are doing that much slower than others. But there's also this guy. But there.
Yeah. And there's the one guy who's paddling, barely moving.
Die haben die Gruppe aufgeteilt, dass nicht alle auf einen Haufen waren.
Also dann muss er wirklich eher da sein, weil es war ja jetzt nicht um 12.
So, es ist doch egal.
Ja.
So then from the outside of the first turn, these are these like alone cards where I don't know why that was also working, that some people could just drive at that time. Because when I was on the bottom of the mountain, I had to buy it there, and they said like at every full hour there's then a big group starting. But I think even my group started before a full hour, and yeah, not sure. So we soon come to the cockpit cameras. So here the guy is explaining. So he said there can go cars from the bottom can go up on that road as well. It's possible.
Hinter ihm einen Sicherheitsabstand von mindestens 100 Metern hat nur einen einzigen Grund. Es kann nämlich sein, dass da Autos hochkommen. Das Ganze ist so eine gesperrte Straße, trotzdem dürfen Grundbesitzer, Anrainer sowie die Blameibahnen jederzeit mit dem Auto hochfahren. Ist das der Fall, schaut mein Kollege im Vorfeld, dass das auf die Seite fährt und dann könnt ihr da gefahrlos dran vorbeifahren. Trotzdem selber immer gut mitschauen, es gibt einige Seitenstraßen, kann hinter meinem Kollegen auch irgendwo ein Fahrzeug hineinfahren. Darum wäre es wichtig, immer so runterfahren, dass ihr auch jederzeit wieder rechtzeitig anhalten könnt. Es ist alles auf eigene Gefahr, ob das 7 Kilometer lange Schotterfahrbahn, wo Seiten
7 kilometers long.
Darum wäre es wichtig, mittig auf der Fahrbahn und langsam in die Kurve hineinfahren. Ich glaube, da runter dann gleich das steilste Stück. Kommt es da mal gemütlich an, schaut, wie das Gerät funktioniert, wieder alles reagieren und dann geht es jetzt zügiger weiter.
So I didn't film the whole thing from his explaining, so now it starts. This is now the first ride.
Übrigens, das erste Stückchen, das ist jetzt schon relativ schnell, weiß ja noch, ja? So, warte mal auf die Mama. Fahr mal ein Stückchen vor, lass die Frau vorbei.
Make it a bit less loud. So then of course the issue that the camera doesn't show the speed that nicely always, but later you will see when it is fast that it actually looks also a bit faster already. Alright, so now always the question, where do you overtake? To the left at this point, the idea, but there's the cliffs and it's a bit too dangerous. You can't of course just accelerate, like you have now your speed, yeah, until if nobody brakes then you will not catch up further. So the turns are then quite important. Here the idea with the switchback, outside turn. There he braked for sure though. So now I had to brake shortly because I wasn't sure what he was doing. Lost a bit of speed. So now where's the gap? Where's the gap? Now he goes outside because of the woman and kid on the right. So I had to brake again and follow there. And this guy ahead of me, he actually blocks me for quite some time now.
Need to short blue flags, blue flags. But I guess this is not really meant for racing.
You look at that, he looks.
We will think about that, but yeah, they don't really have the...
Yeah, it's also for the nice view. Also, you guys can also focus a bit around.
Oh yeah, true, didn't notice it yet. I was just looking at the racing lanes.
Yeah. I mean, that is what I was doing. Here I have the video where I can watch for the mountains. So I tried to go for the outside, but now the issue with the corners. In the inside, where everyone is driving, they are super bumpy, and that might lose you speed. And on the outside, however, there are a lot of stones and you drift away. So the ideal line is not obvious. And here I thought while I was driving that my camera is like a bit diagonal. I thought it is, and then I always tried to fix it, but it actually was fine from the beginning. So, and now finally, I found a way past him, found a way past this guy as well. Yeah, with DRS, correct. After the third turn, we had DRS. So past this guy as well. Now to the left. Yes, he opens the door for the overtake. And there we go. Very bumpy, as I said. The first video ends in 20 seconds. Will we see another overtake before? No, I shut off the video before while overtaking. And yeah, then right afterwards, I had then a bit. I could drive a little bit free, but they were then already the next guys caught up. Yeah, and now comes the tunnel. And that was also a difficult decision, like how much do I brake now? Also first of all, left or right? Okay, I go right. And now...
Do you have like mirrors at all? Like
no.
That is kind of dangerous, I would say, that these things don't have mirrors. Because it's very, like, it's obvious that some people are going to go much faster, but some people are going to go way slower. You kind of need mirrors to see. Like, the thing is, you know, like the guys in front of you, they don't really react correctly to you, you know? Like, if you're going on the left or something, overtaking, they should move to the left or something like that, you know? Of course. But if they don't have mirrors, they don't see you coming there, so... Quite dangerous. So many people slow here. Oh, that one guy I think was waiting for the kids.
So here you see already now.
Yeah, I mean that is true, but there, like it's, you're told that you need to look behind. Like here, the speed difference is stronger. I feel like.
Yeah, and you're not that safe as in a kart.
Yeah, that as well. Like in the kart, like you bump, it's fine, you know. If you bump against each other, it's not great, obviously, but it's not that bad. Here, way more dangerous.
Yeah, and here I try to not brake at all, and I always hope that I find a way past them.
Yeah. Okay, if the instructor said something, I don't hear that, of course, because I'm not in this school.
There were instructors driving ahead of the big group, but I think they drove so much faster that they were kind of alone quickly. These left turns always have to watch out, not that the car's coming there. So I have to take them a bit more outside so that I see quickly. So hairpin coming up. There you can drive wrong, that's why there are a lot of signs. Using all the space.
I mean, with the signs.
Here's the cut. You have to jump down here.
Yeah,
There's actually no
no
checkpoint. Yeah.
Of course.
And now you see a little bit the speed. Also I think I was surely around 60 or 70 fast.
Yeah, it's a bit XCD shaking. I don't have XCD shaking. God damn it.
I was a bit pissed when they wrote here, oh, big tight turn coming up, you would think, yeah, and then it's just this. And now here, attention, slow, make slow. Even extra chicane here. But there's also just this, okay, there's a left turn right after, and there is someone, luckily on the right. And then we go to the next one.
Yeah, I wonder with people like that. Like, are they thinking, let's go to the right and leave open the racing line, or are they just, oh, let's just go middle here, why not? Just go middle. Like, they are not thinking about the racing line, I think. Like,
Yeah.
like if I do something like this, I'm only thinking about racing line. I can't stop that. Like, my brain wouldn't let me not think about racing line with stuff like this. It's just not possible. Like, I will always automatically do racing line.
So now
I couldn't not do it.
So now following thing, I didn't break it all here and I was very fast, but now it looks like that this is the end coming up. And there's something very annoying, because I start braking, because there are these people there on the side and it feels like it might end there. I mean, that is then I think also a sign. But actually there is a speed, also something that shows you how fast you are, but it is after I braked. I was really mad about that. Because actually it continues very long. Yeah, speed check. And yeah. It feels like this is the finish there, yeah. And there are also people and I can't see what's behind, so I'm braking now. And then, yeah.
I was gonna quickly leave. Someone wanted to show me something also. I'll be back in like maybe a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah, also 33, 34, 33, and then less and less. And then you see actually that there's still such a long straight. Yeah, speed trap. I thought of speed trap, but then I wasn't sure if that's actually the correct word. Wait. What was the number on my card? Is that the number there? No, it's just the L, of course. The L for large. Because first I was sitting in a small cart, which was very weird, and I didn't know that the carts had different sizes. Yeah. Alright. So this is this. Now the question is, how many Germans are here? Because I have a quiz. How many Germans are in my chat at the moment? How much time did it take? Yeah, it was 7 kilometers and it didn't take very long. Because when you see, I had, yeah, let's see. I have to open that again. Like, how long were they? There doesn't start yet. Wait, why do I not have the same? I want to go next. Hello? Now I'm a bit yak because I don't know why this is looking different than last. Maybe because of that. Yeah. Because of that. Okay. Let's count together. So this here is 4 minutes long. This is 1 minute, so makes 5. Then another 3, let's say, makes 8. And here then around 9. Also around 9 minutes. To drive down. I was faster down than my family that took the, naja, Seilbahn. you can pretend. You can try to answer. But I wait for Lars to come there. So on another day there were these pigs here. And do you know what kind of sound they can make when they are very hungry? It will come later. Yeah. I found it interesting, as you see. Alright. And this is from this weekend now. Also the other things were from the holidays some weeks ago. This here is from this weekend. And also basically from Sunday. And I didn't put everything here now. This is now one photo of a horse. The history with these horses, I come to that soon. But that was like such a nice photo, I would say. You would anyway do a photo of the valley there and the mountains. And now this horse looking there, it's actually great. So what do we see here? In the new subzone. In the bottom, this is Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And this here is Germany's highest mountain, die Zugspitze. And I am on the mountain called Wank, which is not as high, but at the top you come out of the forest, you have then only like some smaller bushes or this kind of greenish grass stuff. Here is the ski jumping arena from Garmisch, where they always jump during the Vierschanzentournee on the 1st of January, when the new year starts. Behind the Zugspitze here, you have all these mountains, this kind of chain here of mountains. This is the Werdenfelser Gebirge or so. And then from Garmisch itself, here is the train line that drives along these mountains here. Ahead of the Zugspitze is a big lake where the train then stops, but you can also drive with a train up to the through the tunnel up to the Zugspitze. It's also possible. And then here to the left are multiple other mountains. For example, in Ski Alpin, in winter sports, they drive down the Kandahar, and this is actually here. I'm not sure if it's then this in the end or if you cannot see, but around here is the start of the Kandahar. This mountain here is often used in winter for the tourists, where you have a lot of easy downhill sections to learn the skiing. And then you get also here the Alpspitze. It's a very spitz mountain. My English today is not the best. So yeah, and now I continue. Also first of all, it brings again some photos. So when all the horses came, I was doing some photos of those as well for my sister, who loves horses. And most funny was in this, but I come to that later. Let's go to the video first, because the video is basically what came first. So this is,
by the way.
ah,
Like it's like 1.5 minutes, but you didn't take a breath in that time, I feel like.
nice. Yeah, this is the way up to the mountain. So basically where you see then Garmisch and here the Zugspitze in the back. I did more videos.
Ja platziert. Das war wirklich ein absoluter Kunstschuss.
Here we're speaking about Bayern versus Bayer
Der
Leverkusen.
Elfmeter weiß man nicht, wenn dann da
So again, the ski jumping arena.
Ein anderer Respekt ist oder so.
Nicht unbedingt. Ulreich hat wie gesagt auch schon
Yeah, that's exactly the funny thing, Lotus.
Ja, aber dummerweise nicht Freitag.
This is the middle station, where you can also leave. Now it's down there. So you see here, this is kind of beautiful, of course. Now the glass is ahead, and it's a bit annoying, but otherwise you can really see the city very beautifully from here. Now we're soon there.
Sechsmal läuft man unter der Seilbahn durch, wenn man hochläuft.
And this is how this mountain looks then at the top. Basically the forest really just ends there, you can say.
Und dann dauert es ewig, bis man dann...
Let's do this further. You can see how high it is, 1780. We had good weather last weekend there. So, and these windows there in the back, this is where these horses were standing in front. But I come to that again. Okay, now I'm missing the important video. Where's the important video? I don't know how that is sorted here always when I open that. Video. Are these videos? Yeah, these are videos here. All these GH things. Yeah, I don't know. It just wanted to stop there for some reason. So here is a very funny dog in this video. He went pretty sideways because the wind wasn't very strong. So it took a while. So now watch out the dog. The rest of the video is not that interesting. So let's go next. And now we come to the important one. So, also the stock was funny, but this video is also funny. So very small. You can see here something black. That is a horse, a wild horse. I was a bit late with starting to film. So it basically came from the top of the mountain and it was running down the hill in slalom, and now it was there. And following happened. You can see it's running there.
Ob das hierher kommt? Kann eigentlich nicht. Da vorne ist das Tor zu. Das kann nur den Weg hier runter. Da. Ah ja. Irgendjemand hat gerufen und es kommt. Es kommt jetzt hier hoch. Das kam von da oben runter. Wahnsinn. Ich gehe mal lieber zur Seite.
Also for one moment, I really thought it's just running over us.
Aber was für Josie. Jetzt müssen wir mal hier hinter gehen, den Vorsprung. Hola. Das war offensichtlich früh unter.
And the rest of the videos are not so interesting. But yeah, it was basically the that horse that kinda leads the leading horse of these wild horses that live there up the mountain, and it was kinda making signal to everyone that the horde is coming. And it also wanted to bring the horde together, I guess. Yeah, here another time someone starting to fly. That went pretty smooth. There's not much more to that video. And now came all the horses, the horde. That's the English word. And those are these horses that I made photos of. Because first of all, here were no horses, yeah, but they all came then.
Das ist doch ein Motiv jetzt hier. Ich würde gerne ein Foto machen, während ich das Video mache.
Ach Lars, ich hab da noch ein Quiz. Dann.
Aha.
That's the important thing then. I go a bit further.
Ärgern, dass hier nicht dabei war.
So, and this horse here was then just standing at these people, and they were then giving it a massage. And the horse was just staying there for a long time. You can see here also.
Da bräuchte man quasi ein Spiegelgerät.
So. Now this horse also just turns around to me. Like out of nowhere. And back to these guys. And here we have another one starting. This is now another spot. Also the others were starting up there where now the horses are. He was not starting here. The next one already waiting. And this was close. in the bottom here. Also for a moment it looked like he doesn't get a height. Because now he falls down a little bit again. But then it was fine. So. And then the other horses, they were standing here where the Seilbahn is getting up. And they were all looking through this window that I showed earlier. They were all standing ahead of that. So basically when you got up the mountain, you have to go through these doors and windows to get out of the building. And they were all standing right there and looking through the window, very interested what is happening there.
Begrüßungskomitee, vielleicht kommt ein Pferd hoch.
Oh. Yeah, that was just too funny. Kein Eingang, no entry, and they are all standing ahead in front of that. And then the people tried to get these horses then away because they were standing like 20 minutes or something like that already at that spot.
Wollen die Pferde aussteigen? Aber ich weiß nicht, ob die...
So, and it did then eventually work. And right there. And the next one starting. Yeah, so this was basically on Sunday. And now I come to this. So in the holidays that I did in Austria some weeks ago, there is a way that you can walk, basically a circled way through a forest, but it's a forest with a mountain, so you go very, very strong uphill there onto the top of the mountain as well, but the mountain is completely in forest. And there are then questions always, so it's a way where for children definitely that get motivated to continue walking because they want to know the answer on the question. So there's always a sign with a question, and on the next sign you get the answer and you get the next question, and that continues then all the way through. So these questions are like a bit cheeky, and the answers, it's not so easy to get to the answer because you have to, at some of these questions, you have to think like a child to get to the answer. And let's see how many of you will actually get to that. And how many you will get, Lars. I did that path already like 20 years ago. And I put these questions into a Word document, but I don't have that now on this PC. And now, since a very long time, I was there again, and I wanted to, of course, make a photo of every question so that I don't need to do a Word document and write it all down, but that I basically have that. And indeed, all these questions were new, and there were way more. I think that were like 15 questions last time, now it was almost 40 or something. But yeah. It starts here with this sign. Welcher Zahn beißt nicht? The thing is, when you can't speak German, it's a bit difficult now, because often you have these kind of questions where you need to know the German word, kind of. So Kübelchris already has it, the Löwenzahn. So the question is basically which teeth is not biting, and it is the lion teeth. But probably it's not called lion teeth in English. That's a plant. We got the first one. Lars, you still
It's
there?
actually, I'm just back now.
Ah,
And it's called Dandelion. So it actually has the lion in there as well,
okay.
but just not the Zahn.
So next questions. This is something that I can translate also. Karin's father has 5 kids, 5 children. They are called Lily, Lola, Lulu, and Lene. What is the name of the 5th kid? Yeah, it is Karin. You see it then always on the bottom right on the next one. So, 7 Heuhaufen und 11 Heuhaufen werden zusammengetragen. Wie viele Heuhaufen ergibt das? So 7, was Heuhaufen?
I answer.
You can answer, yeah.
1 Heuhaufen,
Yeah,
because they're all together now.
yeah,
One.
exactly. One big one.
Wow. Amazing.
So this one we actually missed. We went wrong and we were super confused. I show you then afterwards why we were confused. So we were skipping when we were walking through this one, and because we were so clueless, like why the answer was not 1 Heuhaufen, we had to go back to that point to just find out what kind of sign we missed. So this is now the next one. Ein Bauer hat 17 Hühner, alle außer 9 holt nachts der Fuchs. Wie viele bleiben übrig? So, the guy has 17 chicken, and all the chickens, but 9, were then killed by the fox. How many chicken are left? This is the question.
I don't understand the question. Like, this is the type of question where I'm just wondering, am I missing something? Like,
Yeah, he has 17 chicken, and all but 9 chicken are killed by the fox.
Yeah.
So 9 chicken are still left.
Yeah, I mean, it literally says how many are left, but it's 9.
Yeah,
It says,
but
yeah.
the idea is that some children, for example, start to do 17 minus 9 here. You know?
Yeah, but like that doesn't make any sense. Like I'm
Yeah.
just confused. That it literally says the answer on this one. I mean, it is kind of a reading comprehension, but this is like way
Yeah.
easier than the other ones. I feel like.
So and then
Like
then-
it's
then
like
we came
it's
here.
weirdly it makes it kind of hard because it's so much easier than the other ones. You vote for this.
Yeah. So the answer then on the next one was 9, and
I mean, Marius is showing this, and Marius is clearly not too old, right, for this.
and we were then so confused because we were at this question: 7 Heuhaufen und 11 Heuhaufen. How many Heuhaufen ergibt das? And then we ended up, upsala, and then what did I do? So
Wait, did you skip the next one and then it was then
yeah,
then it
and
was
then
9?
and then we came to that sign and it showed 9 is the answer. We were like, huh? 7
Yeah.
and 11? Okay, 9 is the average, but what sense does that make? We were so confused, like why does this sign also needs a number as the answer? Yeah, that are the only signs with number as the answer and they come right afterwards, and it was very easy to miss that other sign. Super easy. You had to go through some extra path where we thought that's a dead end. But yeah, it wasn't. So, next. Welchen Garten muss man nicht gießen?
I think Chris got it.
Yeah, kindergarten is the answer. We weren't sure if wintergarten was also an answer, but in the wintergarten you kinda can
How
have plants
about
of
beer
this.
garden as well?
Yeah, but probably can also there. And see, also kindergarten, yeah, is here the answer. The search. I mean, of course, for children, they know the kindergarten the best. So
Yeah. I mean, that is in the south of Germany, right?
Yeah.
So Biergarten is the right answer.
Welcher Hase läuft auf 2 Beinen? Man, Chris, you're too good.
Man, yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. He's too good at this.
Like let people please some time.
Like I didn't even see it yet. I saw your message already.
Yeah, because this is a difficult one, I think. Also,
Yeah.
it can be difficult. At some of these, you can actually struggle. But ja. So, welcher Hund bekommt keinen Knochen? It could be also a little bit more difficult. If you know it, then in 10 seconds you are allowed to type. Or say, in case of Lars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's... Or does nobody know it? Yeah, I actually also struggled to find that one. The answer to that. Yeah, Chris, now you're allowed to tell.
Good timing. I don't know.
The answer comes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ja, Seehund. Welches Tier trägt den Spitznamen König des Waldes? Hirsch, Fuchs, Dachs. What is the king of the forest? Which animal of these three? I don't know the... also Fuchs is fox. I'm not sure with
I
Hirsch
mean,
and Dachs.
I would say Hirsch because it has a crown. Kinda, you could say.
Yes, that's the answer. So, oh yeah, this one. This one was tough. Welcher Baum hat keine Wurzeln?
Stammbaum.
That was also my first idea. I directly went
I mean,
to
I guess
Stammbaum.
actually, I guess it has.
Yeah, and then I also wondered, how do you call that? Isn't that called Wurzeln in a Stammbaum if you go?
Yeah, I
Could
mean,
be.
also even like if you think about like data structures or something, those trees and those also have that in theory roots. Yeah, okay, never mind then. Those were the things I've thought of.
I have to think again as well what was the answer, but now I got it, and it's so difficult to get to that. It's literally so difficult to get to that. You have to think as a child. This is a word that childs know. Or children know.
How do I think like a child again? Does Tannenbaum not have it? Be interesting.
It has to do. It has something to do with doing sports.
Letterbaum?
No. Answer? Ja, Chris has it.
Wurzelbaum.
The Purzelbaum. We were thinking so much until we arrived here and we couldn't get it. That was tough. Es hat 4 Beine und kann nicht laufen.
That is way too easy. Yeah, the question is it chair or is it table?
Yeah, it can be a lot, and then it is actually
I mean,
der
but they
Sessel.
would. Yeah, they would. This.
Yeah, like why?
Like a Sessel, like our ones don't have 4.
Yeah, that's also confusing to me, why they came up with a Sessel.
Yeah.
So, wer beherrscht alle Sprachen der Welt? That's like you have to think around the edge for that. It's not Dolmetscher or something.
I would have said Google Translate or like a translate book or whatever.
Yeah, but that's logic that this is not what they meant.
The internet in general also.
Yeah, the answer is way more cheeky and very difficult to get to. I give you like 20 seconds, but I would be surprised if someone gets to that.
I mean, I don't know. I would call my answer correct.
Of course, when you travel or when you hike from the one side to the next, you sometimes have also over a minute or maybe even 3 minutes time to think about it. Depends on how fast you go. Sometimes, however, signs were right next to each other, corner after corner. Then
I
you
mean, I
didn't
think this
watch.
is a cool idea though to do with like a hiking trail or something like that. That's the idea.
So the
That's
answer
more
here,
interesting.
yeah, it's really cool. The answer here is the echo.
That's stupid. That is so dumb. Like you can also just say sound knows all of them as well. That is stupid. Did you come up with that or
No.
like
Was fällt, ohne sich zu verletzen?
Gummiball? It doesn't hurt itself. It's meant to fall.
Yeah, Frank, like interesting ideas. But actually, my father and myself directly had the same idea. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Emoji Bake writes it. Also, it's rain or snow. Because as a weatherman, I thought about that immediately.
Yeah. I mean, it's still true though. It's the thing, but yeah, that is a more satisfying solution.
So, Wu does hear everything, but is saying nothing.
That's such a classic one.
Actually, I can do some music in the background a bit.
I mean, nobody said it yet. I mean, it's your ears. I would say, like, if it's not ears, I would be very surprised.
You're correct.
Oh,
So. Wer ist bei den Waldameisen für das Eierlegen zuständig? Die Arbeiterin, die Königin oder die weiblichen Ameisen?
yeah, actually, give that sign to Yak, and then would be wrong too.
Ja. Also in die Ants, ja, die Ants that live in the forest. Wu is doing the eggs. Are that the working ants? Is that the queen? Or are that all the female ants? That's the question. The answer is the queen. No queens. Welcher Vogel hat keine Flügel, keine Federn und keinen Schnabel? That is one of these where you cannot do it in English, because the answer is a German word with Vogel in there. But what is it?
Die Leute, die diese Fragen stellen, sind aber auch Vögel.
Dude, Chris, that was a difficult one and you got it. The Spaßvogel. Oh, so we missed something. Yeah. I don't know. We continue from here. Was ist sauber vor und schmutzig nach dem Waschen? So what is clean before you wash it and is dirty after you wash it? That's the question.
Nein.
Also I guess that I mean the if you wash yourself. Well, I'm not sure. Might be any washing.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking at first like Spülmaschine, basically.
Yeah, actually that fits also better. That fits much better. Because there it is really clean before and dirty after. Also there it fits the best. Das Wasser. The
I
water.
mean, I was thinking about that as well, but that is stupid. I don't know.
So, wo... Yeah, I don't know if you can do that perfectly in English, this question. Who holds glasses but is not able to see?
I mean, me sometimes when I don't find a map on or when I don't find the route.
Volto
on
got
map.
it.
That is a better.
Ein Hahn legt auf einer Kirchturmspitze ein Ei. Der Wind kommt aus dem Osten. Zu welcher Seite kippt das Ei? What is the answer? You will find out, but write your answer. What is your answer, Lars?
I mean, like they would have to think really weirdly if it's not west. Like I could think of ways to think like that, but
The answer is in the chat. Ein Hahn legt kein Ei.
yeah, but that doesn't matter. The thing said that it did, so I don't care. I don't judge it. Like it said it did, so it did. I hate those questions.
Ja, aber das ist auch
I don't
possible
read
that
like,
it
is
does.
it a Han or whatever? I don't read that. Like I just bleh.
Yeah, that's the idea.
like-
That's what the question is about.
Yeah, but what does it teach you? Just lying to you in a question. Yeah,
Okay.
it's 2023. A Han also can lay an egg. Come on, guys. Be a little bit more progressive.
So what do you believe? How many different kind of animals are existing that live in the forest? Around 1,200 different animals, around 2,500, or around 6,500?
I feel like with this, it's usually like the higher number because usually you underestimate how many it is. So I would say 6,500. I mean, it's this forest only, I think. Only this, or no.
Yeah.
Like if it's in general forest, it would be like, millions, obviously.
Yeah. I
That
don't know which
forest-
kind of forest they mean then in this case. But yeah, it is the highest, as you would always think with such questions. So this is an easy one, I can tell you. Welcher Wald ist ohne Laub? There's actually no trick in this.
Weit vor meinen Augen.
Ja, Nadelwald. So, wer hat eine Krone, aber keinen Kopf? So, who has a crown, but no head? the tree. Also, because in German it's die Baumkrone. The top of the tree is called tree crown. You translate it like that. Welche Säge hinterlässt keine Späne? Yeah, Chris, I also don't know why they didn't write Baum. Just. Who knows the answer? Ach, Volto wrote it. Completely missed it. Because Chris was... Oh, then you got it fast. This was still writing from the last one. Ja, Nervensäge. Wer läuft immer mit einem Kamm herum, obwohl er keine Haare hat?
I mean, this is now the chicken or whatever.
Ja,
how you call
der
it.
Hahn. Was fängt mit Po an, hat 4 Buchstaben und man sitzt darauf? What starts with
It is such a
PO?
giant question.
Yeah. What starts with PO has 4 letters in total and you are sitting on it.
That is such a children question. Oh no. Yeah, pot.
Pot is also good.
How it actually works.
The funny thing is that nobody of you has written the answer that they actually search.
Wait, it's not what emoji poke or bake said.
It's actually not. Which I was.
I mean, you
also
could say
surprised.
pogo, I guess. Or
No.
pogo stick.
No.
That's also true though.
Yeah. Also there are of
It's
course
not
multiple. There are of course multiple things possible, but
I mean,
then
it's
see.
surprising that there are multiple things possible, considering that it's at least 4. Like,
Yeah.
there are not that many combinations. Hand on a pogo.
So
but
does
like,
anyone get the answer that they search?
oh, I was thinking of one where you said.
I mean, everyone would of course assume that they search Popo, but yeah, it isn't, and it's a German answer. Naja, okay. Actually, it is also.
What are you doing on, Chris? What are
Actu-
you doing with our neighbors?
Actually, the answer is also English. Also, we have that word also in English and has the same meaning. But Pole is not the answer. Or Pole. 10 seconds. Okay, small tip. Don't pronounce it Po, but with a small O. Po.
Yeah, popo.
Naja, Popo is Popo. But no,
Ah,
Po.
no. That's
The
pronounced
answer
wrong.
is das Pony.
I mean, I guess.
So, welche
But
Katze
like,
hat
are
keinen
you
Kopf?
supposed to sit on a pony actually? I mean,
Ja,
not as an adult, right?
When you're a child, then ja.
Yeah, I guess as a child, but as an adult, you shouldn't. I guess I don't know. But it's not meant to be sit on. Like it doesn't exist. It's not. A pony's entire existence is not defined by you sitting on it. But what we said is defined by you sitting on it. That's their primary function. The pony's primary function is not to sit on it. I hate them. God damn it. Like, that is literally just made to be wrong.
Yeah. It might be true for a tour, but of course they search a solution that children could give.
I mean, you can call. I mean, you can call very old, older women cougars as well. Like, that technically fits, but that is definitely not what they're searching for.
Nope. The answer ist die Naschkatze.
Totschlag.
Welche
I hate
tierische
Java.
Waldbewohner ist nachtaktiv? Eichhörnchen, Igel, Waldspitzmaus. So which animal in the forest is active during the night? Is it the squirrel, the Eichel, or the Waldspitzmaus?
Igel ist Hedgehog. Eichhörnchen ist
Squirrel.
Squirrel. And Waldspitzmaus is a forest tip mouse. It's some kind of mouse.
Ach ja, Hedgehog, ja.
Forest shrew? No.
So, you guys say eagle? Also, I guess you mean E in that case. That's correct. What is at the elephant small and at the louse it's big?
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, don't say it immediately. Yeah.
God damn it.
So, who has wings but no Federn? My vocabulary is so shit today.
Feathers. I mean,
Just feathers? Yeah, okay. Pianos is a very good answer. It's not what they search, but it's of course also a correct answer.
Wait, are they not asking for a plane? Like, is that not the answer?
I actually don't remember what the answer is.
Red Bull. Don't penguins have feathers? Pretty sure they have feathers. But isn't that feathers what they have? I thought, I don't know. Like, it doesn't look like feathers, but I think they are.
In the politics you can also have Flügel. Also there are multiple ideas what you can give. I don't remember what the answer is, so let's
Yeah,
check.
I mean, a house also has Flügel. That's also
yeah.
a bad answer.
Wait, was that the answer? Oh my god. And then they come up with this.
What? Wait, can you explain? I don't understand.
Yeah, let me Google Fensterflügel.
Why does a window have that? Huh? I've never heard that before. A window having wings.
Fensterflügel ausbauen. They are called actually wings.
Fensterflügel?
Der Fensterflügel ist das bewegliche Element eines Fensters, das im unbeweglichen Fensterrahmen montiert ist. Der Fensterflügel besteht aus Flügelrahmen, Verglasung und Beschlag. But the question is,
yeah, I guess
why should a child know that answer now?
Yeah, and why would you think of a plane? Like, and then tell them it's wrong. Like there are 1,000 good answers there, and they took the most weird one.
Yeah. Ja, so whatever Specht was in English. Früher kannst du im Wald wieder die Spechte gegen die Bäume hämmern hören. Wie viele Schläge kann ein Specht ausführen? Pro Sekunde. Woodpeck. So how many beats per second does a woodpeck do? 5 beats per second, 10 or 20? Just type in your answers. Two people with C, what are you saying, Lars?
20. So I believe in it. Like I can tap faster than 10. And I would guess that this Specht would be faster than my tapping speed, you know?
It is correct.
pretty
Here's
sure.
the quality actually pretty bad for design, but the background is very sharp. Here we are on the edge of the forest at the bottom. So, welche Mütze passt auf keinen Kopf?
Ah, that's it.
Why would you be mad, Voltur? You really want to be mad? I mean, the mean thing is actually Schlafmütze does actually exist, yeah, what Voltur writes. It actually exists, but the meaning of Schlafmütze is also a different one. Like it has also a different meaning. Like a person that is very tired all the time is a Schlafmütze. But there are actually also extra Mützen for Schlafen, for sleeping. Wo geht man durch ein Loch rein und durch 2 Löcher wieder raus? So, where do you go in through one hole, but you exit in 2 holes?
Rob got it.
Yeah, it's correct. How... Oh ja, ein German. Wie kann man Wasser in einem Sieb tragen? Correct answer. So I might have skipped.
I mean, but then it's not. I mean, I guess it is technically water, but you would say ice, though. I hate that. Like, I don't like these. Like, then it's not. Then you wouldn't call it water anymore, and it's not practical to. Oh, I can't carry over this water with a zip, so I'm just gonna put it into the fridge or something, freeze it so that I can move it with that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you know? Like, that is not your first thought about moving water. Ah, no, I'm gonna freeze it real quick. I mean, yeah, it is correct, but I don't like it. It's like the most stupid way of doing it.
I was skipping it now, or the thing here skipping again one sign. So frozen was the answer that they searched. I don't know what was the question for. I think I know why. We were actually skipping one. Yeah, we were missing here one as well that we found afterwards. Maybe it is. Yeah, there it is. So we went back again and found this one was a bit hidden. So ja, gefroren. Was geht übers Wasser und wird nicht nass? And that's the bridge, die Brücke. So what is going over the water and is not getting wet? Actually not maybe too easy to get to that, but the answer was...
I mean, there are a few ways. Like, I mean, normally if you go through water, your head doesn't get wet either, for example.
So,
like,
sie hat
depends
zwei...
if you just move through it.
Er hat 2 Flügel und kann nicht fliegen, einen Rücken und kann nicht liegen. Ja. Er hat einen Kamm und kämmt sich nicht. Ja, it is what you think. I go next. Oh? Wer ist es? Oh,
I did not think about a bat.
No, that's also not the answer there.
Is it just a Hahn again, or what?
I believe it was.
I mean, it's kind of... Why do they do the same answers twice?
Es geht durch die Fensterscheiben und zerbricht sie nicht.
Chris has it.
Ja. Who is that? In the winter, the outside very quiet and in full white. But if the sun starts to shine, he starts to whine. Like even in
Is
English
it
you
a
can rhyme with a bit.
snowman? Is it a snowman?
Ja. Mit dem Helm über den Haaren kommt er mit Signal gefahren, ruft zu den Kollegen Barsch, kommt, macht schnell und Wassermarsch.
Where's the question?
Ja, wo ist das? Feuerwehrmann. So, Kali bewundert, wie schlau du bist und möchte dir gratulieren. Exactly, was the solution the first side? I was also wondering, in the first side there was actually already a solution written down. And yeah, you are right. Was there. Ja, so ein Mistdauer some hier auf einem Seepferdchen. That was probably the question, auf welchem Pferd kann man nicht reiten? Auf einem Seepferdchen. I missed to put it now into the folder. And then here in the end there was something missing with the Fledermaus as answer. But I think that was a very easy question. Welche Maus
if
kann
we would
fliegen?
find a sign now, we would know the answer. It's also...
Yeah, welche Maus kann fliegen? I think that it was that. I surely have the photo, but I didn't put it in here.
Computer mouse.
Yeah, and there are, also there were also these questions like 20 years ago, different questions. I remember a few. Also we had here the answer with a nose. Where is this? I went over it for sure. Yeah. So there, back in the days, 20 years ago, there was this question. It has 2 wings, but it cannot fly. It has 1 leg, and it can run. I don't know if that would make sense in English. Aber in German, es hat ein Bein und kann laufen und die Nase kann laufen. It's actually pretty cool. So I like that. And then we had this question here with 1 hole and then you exit 2 holes. We had that question 20 years ago with exiting in 3 holes, and that was then the t-shirt. Yeah, and I remember a dumb question. Was ist eine Erdbeere? And the answer was eine Kirsche mit Schüttelfrost. Don't ask me how they got to that. And how far can you walk into a forest? The answer, until the half, and afterwards you would exit the forest again. Because I remember also that question. Ja. So these questions I wanted to show. I have also much more stuff. But I have to check what exactly I want to do onto the PC, what I want to put onto the PC. Lars, you were not there when I showed this. Wait.
What?
The pigs and their sound.
Oh.
Think you
I mean, I don't see or hear sound.
No, there
as I
is.
turn on the...
There is not yet. I didn't open it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I only hear you through Discord. That's what I mean.
Achso. So I have to make that sound. Nah, I can't. I can't. I don't even know which video it was. Is it somewhere else? Because those are these two 2-second videos. There was a longer one somewhere. Must be around here, theoretically. Naja, okay, doesn't matter. But the highlight was definitely this horse that was running basically almost into us. And then of course these mountain cart thingies. That I finally could use my GoPro in such a way and not just for doing photos or doing videos to show around. I mean, what I still have are these videos that the GoPro app is creating itself. So basically you make photos and videos over one day. And when the day is finished, the app takes all the photos and videos that you did and makes automatically a highlight video of this. It puts then some music into the back and it cuts down all the videos to just short sequences and puts photos in there, and then it puts some transitions between photos and videos. I showed some of them already in my stream sometimes. And as an example, we have this one here. That was basically where this cow was standing in the lake. Get this loud. She was standing there all the time, never moving away. Everyone made photos. It took like 1.5 to 2 hours to hike there to that lake. Oh, there's another typical GoPro song that I often get because my videos tend to be long with too many photos and videos. So this is the toilet for the man toilet. There was nobody and that's why I wanted to film that. So you can choose your girl. That's where you go. That was just too interesting. I had to film that. So here I didn't notice that I was completely zoomed in with my camera. Oh, actually I didn't figure out how to do that so well myself. So I take it quite easy at the moment with what it gives me. So this mountain here is extremely nice to look at from the city there, down there. That's Oberammergau. And this mountain here is also, like it goes very steep up right next to the city. Also you can really see how deep down that directly there gets. And when you look at that mountain and how steep it is, you wouldn't even believe that you get that there is a way to get onto it. but there is from behind, and the last bit is a bit of climbing, also not full climbing, but it's you have a rope that you can hold your hands at. And then you're at the top here, and you have that beautiful view down there. This is how it goes down. That's a nice song, I must say. But yeah, here you see a little bit of this last bit that they really have to watch out, especially downwards. And I was also sometimes filming how I was walking or climbing around this.
Sometimes I feel weak, I can't move my feet. Now we're miles away. Sometimes I can't breathe, so effortlessly. You left me with nothing. Power of my melody, 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 power of my.
This is how it looks from one side.
You left me with nothing.
So this part is quite steep. And it was difficult because I hold my GoPro on the right hand, and on the right side was the rope. And I couldn't really hold the rope when I have the GoPro in my hand. This is the mountain that we were on top of, and this is from the city. Yeah, from the city it looks like this. So this is now in Austria, near the Dachstein. To be precise, there is the town called Schladming, and the mountain near Schladming is called Planai, and this is the mountain. This is the paradise for children as well, because they have so much stuff they can do on top of this mountain. It's crazy. So this is the standard song that I always get. This is now the Dachstein again, but this time I was doing a hike that was led by some guys that work as like hiking leaders. I don't know. This is basically a hike over the glacier of the Dachstein. So it cuts really a lot of stuff. This is where it starts. This is how steep that is. Yeah, and I did a lot of photos then from the edge here, and here you have the glacier, and the hike goes over the glacier into the back there and ends then further around there where it goes downhill again. But my father and myself, we went actually further behind than even. And they are walking in the snow, but at like 20 degrees, and we are almost at 3,000 meters height, and it was almost 20 degrees there. It is crazy. That's why glaciers are getting smaller and smaller. But it was a very hot day. Like you could actually be there at 3,000 meters height in short pants and t-shirt, and there was no problem.
Hey you, I think you should know. Hey you, I'm feeling it so. Hey you, now where do you go? Hey you should let it flow. I do think you care. Do you hear my prayer? Hey you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you. Hey you, I'm with you. I miss you, I miss you. Hey you, see I told you so. Hey you, I'm ready to go. Hey you, now you better show.
No, it's not too complicated. Interesting was the part where it was where the snow was on the glacier, and when it went very strong downhill. I found like a strategy how I could nicely like glide down the snow. It was actually easier to walk it down when you were kinda go fast, and when you were doing it like Schlittschuhfahren. So like that movement was what you had to do. That was very fun.
I do think you hear. There's nothing to fear. Hey you, I'm with you. I see you, I hear you. Hey you, I'm with you. I miss you.
Lars, are you still there?
Yes.
How do you do it with Formula One on the weekends?
Is it on this weekend? I didn't check yet.
Yeah. Qualifying at 8 a.m. in the morning, race at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Ah, nah. That is so bad.
Ach ja, short moment for this part. Also my father and myself, we went further and we wanted to go down into a... Is Gorge the correct name? Eine Klamm. Also basically big mountain left, big mountain right, very steep walls kinda, and then a river goes down there, very tiny, and it's often very beautiful. But we were still very high up, and now we had to go down. And this downhill, it did hurt so much in my knees and everywhere. It was really just, and you had to watch at every footstep that you were doing so much, and it was extremely steep. This is how steep it is, and there we go down. And everywhere stones. Like you were only going over stones. You could easily go with your foot onto a stone and it rolls away under you. And But all for
Yeah,
this.
Maris, with the Formula One, oh, that is beautiful. That is really nice. But yeah, it's so much more like that. I mean, it's gonna be a problem because the thing is, I would like to just not watch Formula One at all, but that's impossible. Like, it's impossible to not get spoiled in that case. Oh no. Watch the highlights, I guess, then.
Also,
So I don't think I will have time to watch
I think I will
More.
watch it before I go into the train. I think that can work out.
Yeah, but you are in the train. I'm there. I mean, I would be at 8 a.m. probably, hopefully sleeping.
Ah yeah, some thunderstorm there coming.
I mean, I could wake up for it, but no. I mean, I guess if the others also want to watch that, then maybe, I don't know.
Where it is in Japan. Also the Formula One race, if you ask that. And this
Like
year
he was
was
asking about the Formula 1 race.
and this here was not Garmisch. This video here was Dachsteingebirge when I was at Austria. Dachstein.
Yeah, I mean, it even says Dachstein.
Yeah. Another interesting thing, Lars, when I was doing the last time this kind of Copper Millions Cup, where I said lately how stumped these stadium maps always are and so on. The rally map was a map where you had mathematical questions. So basically, you grew up from age of like 5 years to age of, I don't know, when you study something, yeah, and the questions became then more and more difficult. So you started with addition, then with minus, then with multiplication, then with division, then with the next, and then it got more complicated. So, no? And you always had like a question, then you had to decide left or right. You had always got two answers. And if you took the wrong one, you got a freewheel for a longer part and lost time. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, I actually, like a week ago or something, when I was really bored and I just had that idea cross my mind, I actually played. I I started up Trackmania 2 and I played an old XD race map, Stadium 1, to
Hmm.
see, and like I forgot those by now, like the route and everything, I forgot those. And I wanted to see like how fast would I be? Did I improve in Stadium? Like, do I do better now than I did back then? Because I can look at the thing. Actually, how did I get to that? I looked at my highlights on Twitch and I saw there were, over 3-year-old highlights from the XD races, and there I saw the results, of course, and how I drove back then as well. That is kind of interesting. And also with like the worst quality ever back in the day. Like not speaking at all. A bit, but not a lot. But yeah, so I tried 2 maps.
Yeah.
One of them I improved by over 20 seconds, and even though I had a crash, like a big crash, in the full speed part and had then no speed, I would have still won by 5 seconds there, the race. I think Spam won that one, I think. So I would have won that one. Could have been even better. A different one, I had one, like I had a good run, or okay run, besides one respawn in when going into like a small trial part, and I did not see that trial part coming up. I did not see it at all. It was really weird. It was a map by Roland, actually. You would never expect that anymore nowadays, that name, to build a map. But yeah, that one surprised me. I lost like 5 seconds there. But in the end, I was like 6 seconds behind Shorty's winning time, I think. So wouldn't have beaten Shorty.
Okay.
And I mean, maybe he also lost some time with that with that trial part as well, possible. It was a weird map though, but
Yeah,
it's
short. I remember
interesting.
that he had very good runs sometimes.
Yeah, like I was actually thinking, could that be like fun to do at some point? Like go through all the TM2 like stadium XD race maps and see how much I improve. Could I win them? Like you could in theory do that also as training for the next, if Turbo does the next season, of course.
I mean, I
Of the
did
endurance
kind of
race.
that thing. If you would have TMNF, I won that huge competition in 2011 or something, Stadium TMNF, where also kind of every Stadium Pro took part there, and that was like my biggest success back then. I won a netbook of 700 euros prize money, and
Yeah.
and that was basically you had 3 unknown maps. They were long, so 4 or 5 minutes long. You had 1 single warm up and then 3 live rounds, so 9 live rounds in total. 3 live rounds per map and 3 maps. and
Yeah.
they were weird, these maps. And then I was dominating this back then, also by far. I got from
Yeah.
I think top from 320 points or something maximum. I got 250, and the second place was at 110 or 15 or so. And then I was asking myself, then some years later, some years before today, maybe, I asked Voyager if he could drive these maps to see would he beat that. Yeah, and yeah, also he would. Not by much, but the level was really different back then.
I mean, I would also hope that I would beat it at this point, but I mean that is 2000 what? And like
And it's Team
the
NF.
scene has changed so much.
It is
Yeah.
Team NF. That
I
might
mean-
that might still make a change for
I
you.
mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad in TM2, no. Like I was struggling a bit with the dirt blocks and how bumpy they are, and did some crashes there.
That were weird maps, of course. Of course, weird maps are good for you, but weird maps
Yeah.
with block mix with the TMNF blocks.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Depends. Definitely better to just play good maps for stuff like that.
But yeah, it's crazy how easy that was back then. The level
Yeah.
was so different.
Yeah, this nowadays you make like a small mistake, one touch, you lose a bunch of positions. You know?
I was even winning the tech map against all these tech players.
Yeah.
But yeah, the tech map was relatively normal still. The other maps were, I don't know, that there was water block mixed into dirt road, and the other one was completely crazy. Like so RPG-ish, trial-ish stuff. Like climbing over walls and stuff. For this video I wanted to shortly say that's not a problem when you have these GoPro highlight videos, then you don't have the sound. So basically you could press a button here, and then these, that was also on the Planei, and then these animals here had then some human voice speaking here. I am Bernd das Brot, Bruno der Bär, and then some information about what a beer does and stuff like that. And made some sound as well. Gabi die Gums. Yeah, Lars, when do you drive to Cologne tomorrow?
I don't know.
I will be in Münster. Not long though, because I think that's a matter of like 10 minutes probably, and I could leave again. But maybe I'm arriving there at some time where I will eat to the like midday.
What could we do in Münster?
I don't
That
know.
time?
I have no idea. But in theory, we could drive together with the same train when I want to go to Düsseldorf and you to Köln, in theory.
I don't know if mine goes to Düsseldorf. Not sure. Don't remember. Don't think it goes through there. Can check. But like it's 2.5 hours. So like I don't know. Like I just check in with the hotel, I guess. I don't know if I would do anything other than that. I don't know. I guess I would probably go at like either 14 or 15. I go from where I am. Something like that.
Yeah, that's relatively late already for me, in theory.
Yeah.
Because I would think that it makes sense for me to be already back at home during my working time still, kinda.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks for me as well that I still don't know, because like I don't know, I don't have anything planned on Thursday until 7 p.m. and I don't know, I mean, obviously you need to check in with the hotel, get the stuff there, but other than that, I don't know. Because everybody's just like, arriving. Why does it say Achtung, aufgrund von Verzögerungen bei den RRX-Ausbauarbeiten kommt es zu einer Verlängerung der geplanten Ersatzkonzepte bis zum 24.09. Bei den Zügen der Linien S6 kommt es zu Komplettausfällen bis in die frühen Morgenstunden. Wait, hä? RE1 und RE5 waren... What the fuck, man?
Like I see here, there are mountain bikers riding down. There were so many mountain bikers. Also the Planai mountain here near Schladming is really something for everyone.
Hä? Like, I don't understand this. Like, it shows me the train. It says in German, Verbindung fällt aus. But it shows that it stops at every stop besides, or like it doesn't stop at every stop, besides at the one at Cologne and at the one where I need to switch to it. I don't get it. And there's a different one I can take, which is then... Yeah, they're all the same. I mean, I guess I just travel then 20 minutes longer because of that. That's fine, I guess.
Also I
You
know when
bitte.
I drove from Garmisch to Gochenau that between Cologne and Düsseldorf there was something which
Yeah.
made ICs and ICEs definitely to take an extra route. The surprising thing was that we got through the extra route much quicker than they expected.
Weird. I don't know. Like, it's like, I don't understand this. Like, what does this mean? Like, it says it doesn't, but then it still shows up and it still shows that it stops at Cologne. Nah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just take the same train from my place anyways, and then I just get on a different train afterwards, and it's just 20 minutes longer. Which would mean that I arrive at like 5 p.m. I guess I just arrive at 5 p.m., so I go then at 2 p.m. I would arrive in Düsseldorf at 4 p.m. then, basically.
Arrive
that
in
is too late for
Düsseldorf
you.
at 4 p.m.
Basically, a bit before that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, regarding that video here, I made some trick. This here is actually a picture on the wall. Where I moved my camera in front of it from the left to right, and you could think that I'm standing somewhere on a mountain. And then I go back, but you don't see that anymore. And this is also a picture. Of course, I was not up there. Yeah, otherwise, as I said, this mountain has something for everyone. There are the normal tourists that want to hike up there. Then there are so many people doing this downhill with the bicycles. There are multiple paths how you can drive down, and then you got all the stuff for the children. Here they can do like marbles. They can put marbles into these tracks, and then these marbles go into the water or somewhere, and then you have also here some small lake with a lot of stuff what they can do. It's crazy. There's on that mountain there's so much stuff for kids. It's not just this, there's much more further up. But yeah. That is everything that I have right now here.